So I was driving in the neighborhood and saw this turtle in the middle of the road walking. So I just picked him or her up gently by the outside of the shell. They stick their heads back into their shell and their legs too, and they just stay there. They don't move. So she could have gotten hit by a car. And I just gently picked up by the outside of the shell, right on the edges, one hand on each side, and then gently, slowly carried her over to the grass, out of the road, pointing in the direction that she was walking towards. That's important too. You don't put them in a direction that they weren't walking towards, or in the opposite direction, and they got to do it all over again. So if you're there in the moment and you see them in the road, sometimes they're still walking, other times they're just stuck somewhere in the road because the cars scare them, and then they stop. And by retreating their head back into the shell, they'll stay still for several minutes, which isn't good if they're in the way of traffic. So I put her in the grass about 10 feet to her right, and it took her about 10 minutes to finally get her bearings and feeling that she was safe to start moving around again. So looks like I put her in the right direction of where she was going, and lose her in the grass a little bit. But let me turn the camera. So the pond, I don't know if I found her there, but the pond is right, like, or is it 10-20 feet from her, so she'll be hopefully getting there shortly. So she's in the grass. She looks to be a painted turtle because she has some red stripes on her neck and on the outside of the shell. I thought maybe she was someone's pet. I asked a couple of the neighbors. They weren't sure. They thought someone may have had a few pet turtles, but wasn't confirmed. So I just watched her in the grass, and now she's approaching the pond. So I'll just hang here for a little bit and make sure she'll be okay. Calling her a she, I don't know, boy or girl, but from what I read up, they're looking either for a mate or sometimes just food or just changing their territory. But usually the late summer, early spring, to see them a lot in the roads. It's hard to tell sometimes because they could look like a rock, or some are smaller than others. And it just rained pretty heavy here, so she just out and about. So as I'm watching for the frog, or the turtle, I turn around and I see this little frog here. Oh, there's zoom in. Hi, cutie. Oh, you blend in nice. Alright, you be safe. Yeah. See the grass moving right towards the water there. She's in it. Let's see, is she gonna get into the water? Yeah. Go, baby, go. Yeah, baby, there you go. Nice job. Look at you. Here. Memorial Day weekend, right? You go for a swim. Oh, you picked a pretty pond.